here as we come in from Troya, Entropy Gaming. And we have got some Zap, Quake, Electro Titans. We haven't seen too many Electro Titans today, and I think only one of them was with some Zaps. I think the secondary was even without them.
Right, exactly. In this one, he's going with the Quakes and the Zap to take out that initial Expo Rage Tower. Notice how he wakes up the Town Hall with the Earthquake, so you can already tell, well, I was going to think that he would Flame Flinger the Town Hall, but I guess with the King out in front there, he doesn't want to. So he's got the Battle Blimp activated. Warden setting a little bit of a funnel on the bottom side of the base. Yeti funneling the left side, setting up pathing to the Scatter Shot, but these Teslas, again, might cause some issues. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we've got the ice golems in here as well. I think we should be able to make our way into this compartment. We've got the King clearing up a little bit around the outside here. Queen, on the other hand, though, what's going to happen with the Queen? She's trailing a little bit. She's reaching into that right-hand side. I think we've got some nice funding in here, and that whole compartment is frozen. And we've also got that jump already placed from Troy to jump directly through towards that multi-inferno. The blimp under the Warden ability as well. We find the tornado trap. We do still manage to place it directly on the Town Hall to secure that star.
Wow, look at that rocket balloon taking out the monolith with its death damage. That was clutch. And the Yetis from the blimp that got the Town Hall also took out the Inferno Tower. So everything is just going really well so far for Troya. He's got the Royal Champion in on the left side of the base, able to keep those two witches alive, and a lot of these E-Titans still alive, making their way all the way to the outside. Can he get the Queen to go in for the scatter shot here? No, she's going to dip out, and he already used her ability. She might actually die. Ooh, the Diggy stuns just in time, though.
Yeah, but the enemy Royal Champion is defending pretty strong in this compartment. We do manage to get that scatter shot down, though, but everything's taking a little bit of a stroll around the outside of the base here. The Royal Champion will go down to the Expo. The healers are keeping everything in a decent health here, and the think does the King still have the Phoenix? I can't see under the masses of troops still pushing through. What does he have? Oh no,
the Frosty was equipped with the King, so I think the Frosty is already dead, it appears. The King really low on HP, and getting through this Expo, Warden statue, enemy King might be a little bit of a struggle, but with these two E-Titans very healthy, the healers keeping them alive, and plenty of time on the clock, I think Troya's looking good for a 3-star here to start this match.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good. 20 seconds on the board. Healer's still alive to help push through that Expo. I mean, we've got that Diggy, which is just going to stun it there in the end, and the witches can reach over the walls to get that done with 10 seconds left, and this is quite the opener here for Entropy Gaming, putting them in a really good position up against the Esporting.
Yes, that's exactly what they needed to get some confidence back over their way, get this early 3-star, and put all the pressure on a V in Esporting. Very nice E-Titan Zap plan right there. Nothing went wrong. Everything went to plan.
Yeah, it was really, really smooth. I was worried for a little bit about those hidden testers, but everything pushed through really, really nicely. And that entire compartment that was just frozen, which means we didn't take much damage as we were trying to take those defenses down to jump all the way through. And the risky tornado next to the Town Hall, but the blimp still making it. Paid off at the very, very end there. One hit in, first triple on the board. And VN Esporting, ball's in their court now. Will they be calling it even, or will they be giving the early lead over to Entropy?
Yeah, I was a little worried with that tornado trap hitting the blimp and pulling the Yetis just slightly outside the range of that rage spell that he kind of pre-dropped, but it ended up working out because the Yetis went down afterwards and got the Inferno, and the rocket balloon went up the other way in the rage and took out the monolith. It was great. But here we go with Hawk doing the first attack for VN Esporting, and again, more Zap E-Titans.
Yeah, more Zap E-Titans. Love to see it. I think this was quite the favorite in Legend League, so I feel like a lot of people do have a lot of practice with Electro Titans. However, you do see quite different bases in Legend League, but this time we have cleared out the Expo around that Town Hall compartment, making the Town Hall an active defense as well for the Flame Flinger to work its way through those outer side defenses, and then hopefully get some damage on that Town Hall there as well. There is the Warden Walk still continuing through from that northern side, giving us some funding, and as well as that Wall Breaker already giving us the opening for the Electro Titans. So once the Warden Walk is done, he will deploy the Queen with those Electro Titans and the golem just to head into that scatter shot compartment to get that first scatter shot down and hopefully get that jump spell as well to connect the further compartments.
Yeah, but I'm a little worried here, Coco. When he dropped that flame flinger, he dropped it straight into a cannon that got like 4 shots off on it. And the flame flinger is already dead before he getting to the town hall, so this might be a little interesting here.
Yeah, I wonder what the recovery is on this one. We got those super minions clearing up around the outskirts. The Electro Titans jumping through, doing some damage, and we've already deployed the King around the outside there, and we've already deployed the Royal Champion here as well, which means we're making... Oh my gosh, we're trying to make sure that everything goes through the core of the base, and we have to rely on the Queen going through to get that town hall down.
He's going all out, and I don't think that Queen's going to path to the town hall. She will pick up the scatter shot. She will get the multi, but look, she's going to walk to the storage next. She might not go up for the town hall. Let's see what she picks. No, she's going to walk down. Oh, this could be devastating for Hawk. He still has a Road Champ ability, but 0 spell support, and I think that town hall might be at full health.
Yeah, this is a bit of a problem here. The Queen is going to go down here, unfortunately. The Unicorn as well. Royal Champion ability is about to get forced here any second now as well. I mean, she's there on a slither of health, and she didn't go directly for that town hall either, which means she's going to have to clear up those last few defenses and bypass that King as well. And the Queen, the Royal Champion on the King is not what you want to see, and it's such a heartbreaking opener here for VN Esporting. A 3-star up against the 1-star here for VN Esporting. A huge advantage for Entropy now going into the second round of attacks.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking for Hawk. If he was just able to take out that cannon before dropping the flame flinger, and the flinger gets the town hall, this would have been crushed all day long. But instead, he didn't even notice, I guess, because he should have saved his champion for plan B for the town hall, but he went all out, 3-star or nothing, and ends up with the 1-star, 95%. Still amazing percent, but now they're going to have to rely on some defenses to get them back in this match.
Oh, definitely. This is putting VN Esporting in quite a tough position. But also, I think this might be a bit of a problem to push through as well mentally, knowing that you've gone into the first round of attacks and you are now falling 2 stars behind. Can sometimes take a little bit of a toll on motivation, but let's see if they make a comeback from it. I mean, it's doable. It's Town Hall 15 if they pull through and make it always perfect all the way through until the very, very end. I mean, get some defenses. It could still happen.
It could definitely happen. I mean, the rest of their bases, all 4 of them, could hold and get some defenses, and if they start hitting some triples, they are right back in this match. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Maybe they should have used some ring bases. Who knows?
Our favorite ring bases, huh? We'll see if we get any of those in today. Burak is up on the next attack, and we have got some actually, it's interesting that we've seen this. I don't think we've had any regular dragons today, and this might be a little bit of like a Hydra in here as well. We've got some rocket loons, we got a dragon rider, we got some loons in here as well. So this is giving me flashbacks to Town Hall 14 and maybe even 13 a little bit.
Oh yeah, and we got to play your favorite game again with the recall spell. Which side do you think is going to drop her on after recalling?
I think this is your one. I failed the last one. Where do you think it's going to go?
Oh no. All right, he's going to want her to go inside for the town hall, maybe 1 rage, and then the recall, and then I'm thinking he's going to drop her up on... it's so hard to tell, man. I think we're going to see her at like either up at the Eagle or at 8 o'clock, but I'm guessing close to the Eagle.
Well, let's see if you're correct there. The town hall goes down. Oh, we found a seeking air mine there as well. We've recalled the Queen, and she is deployed there only 9 o'clock aside, which means she's going to clear up a little bit around the outskirts of the base here. I mean, the scatter shot is in there. But let's see what happens with the pathing, because she doesn't go out the pathing to go into here, but instead we're sending in the Hydra and these dragons with those loons in towards that scatter shot here.
Yeah, the early freeze spell to get through the scatter shot, the enemy Royal Champion, that does allow us to hold the Warden ability for a few extra seconds. Now we're going to see the King on the top side fighting enemy King. The Warden ability popped to negate the damage of all these Inferno Towers and the CC troops coming out. It's just a handful of archers so far, so probably some other troops such as ice golems in there as well, but we're able to take out the CC building, so don't got to worry about those ever again. Queen still looking very healthy. King popping his ability on the top side with the Royal Champion, and look at this Tesla farm popping up.
Yeah, the King can push through those Tesla farm, but it is just going to be slowed down quite a bit. I mean, the Queen's going to join the King there in that northern side compartment to get some more value there, whilst we've also sent the Stone Slammer in for the scatter shot. Really nicely done, since the scatter shot was also distracted by everything that was still left there. The Warden's still standing there just pushing through, and Royal Champion ability goes off. I mean, Burak's Queen still has her ability here. The Stone Slammer has not even popped legs, and it is going to be another triple for Entropy Gaming.
Just a beautiful plan against this diamond style base. The dragons got just enough value moving through the core. It's a 3-star again for Entropy. They are looking hot in this match, 2 for 2. I absolutely love that plan, with Queen sniping out the town hall, carving a little funnel, then recalling her, dropping her to make the second half of the funnel again for the dragons. Pretty classic stuff that we've been seeing with the super dragons as well. But it's nice to see the normal dragons still getting utilized. And then the 4 rocket balloons and Stone Slammer combo for that last corner of the base was just very well thought out.
That was very, very nicely executed there. And Entropy are now sat on 6 whole stars. And you've got VN Esporting on 1 star only, which means we need to see a triple, because Entropy, they haven't slipped up yet.
Yes, indeed. VN Esporting have got to be sweating now. It's basically, hey guys, we all got a 3-star from here on out. That's got to be the feeling over there on their voice comms. No room for errors anymore if they want a chance to stay in this tournament. So let's see what they're going to bring to the table with this next attack.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, as you said, it really has to triple it all the way out now. With the 2 really nice hits from Entropy, we need it again now, and we're in again with some Queen Charge Lalo now, and we've got a blimp there as well in the combination that you usually see. And we've already got some funneling around that 2 o'clock side, which should hopefully get some nice funneling in towards that scatter shot area. I think we missed that 1 dark elixir storage though. Let's see what happens with the funneling. We'll probably get the King actually to maybe even go for the scatter shot. Queen's going to trail around the outside here, and we've got 4 super wall breakers as well for this Queen Charge.
Yeah, I was a little worried about some of those upper skellies pulling Queen the wrong way, but luckily the lower skellies are able to distract her just long enough that King will set that funnel. Queen will keep walking down like I think he wanted her to, and he should be wall breaking into the multi. Perfect. And yet again, like we saw in an earlier match today, super minions wasting their long shots on the Barbarian King instead of the Queen is going to make it really easy for the Queen to fight the CC here. That's so weird, seeing the Eagle target the Unicorn.
Yeah, and we also took some damage there on the healers, which is not exactly ideal, but we're still pushing through, and these wall breakers continuing to open up these left-hand side compartments. Queen's taking quite a bit of a hit here, so it does invest an invisibility spell, and in the meanwhile we've sent in a bunch of loons and the blimp under the Warden ability towards that town hall to secure that additional star on the board.
Yeah, I think we're seeing that style of Lalo again, where they're trying to use the Battle Blimp Yeti Bomb early to get the Town Hall and hopefully have the balloons skip the Giga Poison. I was a little worried with all these defenses on the right side of the Town Hall, making the balloons go the wrong way, but so far he's had no balloons going to the Giga Poison, but it doesn't seem to matter, because all the balloons have fizzled out and died anyway.
Yeah, that monolith still standing, and these healers also taking a bit of a hit here from this multi-inferno. We invest a freeze here to try and keep these healers alive, since at the moment it's all about the hero value, and still a lot left legs when we can reach that multi-inferno, but the healers go down, and there's no unicorn here either, which means it's just about regenerating health from the Queen, and the World Champion is now also deployed there with some cleanup on the 9 o'clock side to enter that scattershot compartment. 1 freeze at hand, I assume, for that enemy Queen in the scattershot.
Yeah, those healers were going to die with or without that freeze invested on the Inferno Tower, so I really wish he would have saved that second freeze for the heroes here. It feels a little bit swagged, but the Diggy able to stun the scatter. Queen popping ability. There might be enough firepower to get through everything here, but I don't think he's going to have the time no matter what.
The Monolith doing so much damage though. Oh, the Diggy gets the stun off, which protects the Royal Champion, and we do get it down, but only 3 seconds remaining, and unfortunately not going to push through. Good percentage though, around the 96, as we said previously on the last few wars, that you ideally want to be in those 90s, but again, VN Esporting now have half of the stars that Entropy have.
Yeah, that's such an awkward spot to be in, because both their attacks, a 95 and a 96, really close, but they're down by 3 stars. That is wild. But they are still technically in this match, because if Entropy just 2-star, 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 and then VN 3-star, 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 we're going to be tied up. So it's not over yet.
Yeah, I mean, VN Esporting are approaching that triple. They just need that little bit extra push to get Entropy's bases down, and it's doable, but it's looking like it might be in favor of Entropy after the first 2 rounds of attack, because you've also got to remember, being 3 stars down, 2 attacks in, that might take a toll on them mentally, and also Entropy Gaming, they're going to be in a really confident position now since they already have that 3-star lead. I mean, I don't remember the last time I even said that the team had a 3-star lead.
Yeah, especially after just 2 attacks each. That is incredible. Nice advantage here for Entropy Gaming, and they're bringing a Queen Charge Lalo with an Ice Hound. I love to see the Ice Hound being utilized yet again, and an early log launcher. Look at this, just to snipe 1 Inferno Tower. Might get a couple extra buildings as well. Set up pathing for both the King and the Archer Queen, and then a jump spell for this Queen. He's getting real fancy on this Queen Charge attack.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go a long way on this one as well, and there's that multi-inferno going down, as you mentioned. The Queen gets the scatter shot down, and we don't have any wall breakers, so the jump's now connecting us for that Town Hall area. We got those Clan Castle troops that we've called. We got the Eagle Artillery down nice and early as well for the Lalo, and that nice Ice Hound as well for some additional freeze value later on in the attack can also be quite nice here. The Queen just taking her time here as we push those Clan Castle troops, the poison at hand to help Leo out there, and Monolith's going to start to hit that Queen, so we invest one of those freezes that we have and try and keep that Queen ability for later on in the attack. She jumps through and starts to take that Monolith down. A really beautiful Poke Balloon in here, just testing for any potential traps, and she's in a good position to get that Town Hall down, whilst we've got that Lalo starting off around that Scattershot compartment on the south side.
Yeah, great setup so far here from Leo. Notice how he does this Lalo with the early Warden ability, clear that bottom section as fast as he can, and that forces his Royal Champion to the middle section of the base where she can take out that next Inferno Tower. Queen takes out the Town Hall. She's still pushing through with her ability, but now it's getting a little interesting because we lost a lot of balloons early. We only have 1 spell left, but he does have 7 more balloons in his pocket, dropping them from the right side of the base, and you can see him celebrating there. He's got it. Gets through that last Inferno Tower, and the outside defenses are easy peasy for him to get through, and look how much time he has for cleanup.
He's got so much time, and that beautiful freeze there at the end just to protect those loons that were remaining. I was worried when we were taking a lot of damage there by one of the multi-infernos, but Leo kept his cool and pulls through for Entropy Gaming, and 3 phenomenal hits already for Entropy Gaming, and they've gone perfect so far.
They are looking solid in this match. I mean, you watch the performance right here, and you got to be asking, how are these guys in the lower bracket? I mean, they might just be able to hit a perfect war.
Yeah, they're going to be fighting all the way through. I mean, this is not looking good for VN Esporting at the moment with the 3-star lead that Entropy already had. If this next one doesn't triple, they'll just be giving it Entropy another star lead.
Yeah, it's got to be a bad feeling if you're VN Esporting right now. I mean, just nothing is going your way. At this point, they've got to triple out and hope for a crazy 1-star defense now. Maybe they can do it, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, the likelihood of that happening, I don't really know, but this is quite the advantage for Entropy Gaming, and I mean,
wow, look at that leaderboard.
The leaderboard, I don't think I've seen a leaderboard like this. We'll see who's next for VN Esporting now, if we can try and get a few more stars in favor of be an Esporting. I really hope so. Here we go, iPro up next, and we've got a bit of a combination here of Super Bowlers and the Electro Titans. And again, Lex, here we go. We got some recall action. What do you think is going to happen on this one, since we also have 6 whole healers?
Oh, he's doing a double walk. Look at this. 3 healers on the Queen, 3 healers on the Warden. Flame Flinger with the Warden. I think Queen's going to funnel this whole 3 o'clock side. And then he's going to recall the Queen and then drop her over by 5 o'clock-ish to pull the Warden and drop everyone else to go in for the scatter shot.
Yeah, that looks quite likely. Usually when you have that Warden walk, we pull that Warden over after we've dealt with any potential issues that could run into that Flame Flinger there. And as you can see, iPro has already recalled that Queen and deployed it back down here and neighboring that Warden, which means we can go directly for that scatter shot compartment. We'll also get this mortar down nice and early, which means that that Flame Flinger shouldn't have too many problems. I don't know if we've already tested for any potential traps neighboring the Town Hall, but here we go with those Electro Titans. They're even looking around the outskirts here. The Super Bowl is already going for that scatter shot and this jump, connecting the outside of the base here towards the core. Let's see how this pushes through.
I am a little worried about his troops not being tightly organized here. I think he lost 1 Super Bowler to the left side that already died, 1 E-Titan to the right side, and all the Ice Golems walked to the right as well. So he's only got a couple of troops still alive in the middle, and he had to pop the Warden ability super early there, Invis as well, trying his hardest to keep them all alive. King, Royal Champion, Skeleton Spell on the right side to get through the Monolith, but these healers are struggling with this multi-target Inferno Tower just hammering on them.
Yeah, this multi-inferno is quite problematic. We used a bunch of spells in there as well to try and keep them alive. I think he had freezes and maybe even invisibility there to try and keep them alive. And unfortunately, it is not going to be pushing through. And iPro is not happy with the performance on this one. You can see it there in his camera. I mean, we didn't go into that Eagle Artillery area. I mean, the multi-inferno is still standing there. The Eagle Artillery hitting hard. I mean, we secured the 2-star, but we really needed the triples here.
Yes, it was just so unfortunate. The E-Titans and the Super Bowlers died so quickly on this one. Not being able to keep them all in one little clump where the healers can heal them all at the same time, it's just recipe for disaster on this style of hit. As soon as things start spreading out on this smash attack, that's when they all start dying. And it was just the Queen and the Warden just having to take on that entire core by themselves, and it's just not enough firepower to get through it.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate because I did like the idea of recalling the Queen and then getting the value in the funnel that you need there on that right-hand side, and then being able to pull the Warden there after redeploying the Queen. I did like it, but when everything splits as well, it's really hard to get as much value from the spells as possible, because if you have your troops splitting off in 2 different directions, you have to then make a decision, where are you going to get most value from these spells?
Exactly, it's a really tough call to make, especially on the fly, especially when he's trying to multitask, dropping the King and the Royal Champion and the Skeleton Spell. He might not even notice that one of his Super Bowlers is walking the wrong way, one of his E-Titans is walking the wrong way, and he's just freaking out, figuring out why his troops are not pushing through the core and taking out everything as quickly as he was expecting them to.
Yeah, I mean, look at the stats in itself. I still can't believe it. We're 5 stars to 9, unless it goes horribly wrong here for Entropy. I think they've got it in the bag, but I don't want to say it just yet because it's Town Hall 15. Anything can happen, and we're already in with the next attack, and Meebot is up, and we have got quite a hefty Lala coming in here. We also have a regular hound. We've got an ice hound in here. There's a log launcher for the hero dive, and not only that, we've also got some zap quick spells coming in here on the multi-inferno and the monolith, simultaneously clearing that out pretty nicely already. And here we go, starting off the heroes on the southern side.
Yes, I love to see the Zap Lalo coming in. It's so fun to watch when it's executed correctly or properly. We got the Golem helping out the Queen, the King making his way inside as well, a couple balloons to funnel, and hello Teslas, 2 of them on the right side of the base. Could cause a little bit of problems, but no need to fear. The rocket balloon is here. That'll snipe one of them. Well, almost. Not quite. Log launcher now making his way in for that lower multi. And what's in the CC?
Clan Castle Troop. We got some super minions in here trying to defend strong here for iPro. They really do need a defense, and the log launcher log's already being thrown forwards to do some damage on this multi-inferno. King gets a revive. We haven't got that eagle artillery down just yet, but the queen shall be able to finish that off and hopefully get that multi-inferno down there as well with those Clan Castle Troops joining. Get some more value, and queen ability goes off here. She's actually pathing towards that left-hand side. The Yeti Mites going for the multi-inferno there in the core. And we've got that Lala, which is going to enter that Town Hall compartment from the 9 o'clock side.
That was such a perfect split with the CC troops. The E-Titan went to the right to go take out a couple extra Teslas, and the one Yeti went to the core to help take out the Inferno Tower. Nicely done with the CC troops, and now the Lalo moving through the left side. That Inferno Tower just barely far enough away to where he can't freeze the Inferno and the Town Hall together in one freeze. That's good base building, but a nicely timed Warden ability. Going to be able to get him through the Town Hall section, but does that poison barely clip some of the balloons? I think it does. But the last Lava Hound saved for the back end. The Royal Champion being used delayed, and he still has quite a few haste spells here to use.
And he's still got quite a bit to push through here. I mean, we've got that haste, and as well, don't forget, the Diggy can stun these last few defenses while holding on to the Diggy so long as well. The back end corner with the Royal Champion. I mean, we've still got that Royal Champion, but the final haste spell coming in to clear out those last few defenses on the right-hand side, and we were already on cleanup duty.
Look at this. Entropy Gaming with just crushing attack after crushing attack. They're going to be 4 for 4, Coco. Look at these guys go.
They're on fire. I mean, that little slip up that they had there in the upper bracket, I mean, they're down here in the lower bracket, and they're bringing the heat, and they're showing everybody, look, we're in the lower bracket, but you should fear us. I mean, the 4 perfect hits, and VN Esporting really struggling to get these bases down. I think Entropy will be flying through that lower bracket, hopefully, and getting some nice value out of these walls.
Yes, exactly. Entropy have just got to be feeling on top of the world right now. Not only are they likely to get the victory here, but all these successful attacks have got to give them so much confidence moving into their next matchup as well that they're going to have tomorrow. I mean, they're going to be feeling like they can take on any team now.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Viennese Esporting, let's see if we can end off strong here, though, with the last 2 attacks. It is quite unfortunate that we fell short on some of those attacks. But we've had a good performance from them in the previous war, but look at the stats, Legs. 12 stars to 5. I mean, Viennese Esporting do still have a hit to equal it out there, though, but 12 stars to 5.
It's crazy to see 12 to 5 at any one point during the match. I mean, it's a little heartbreaking. I think the match is technically already over. Even if VN Esporting triple their last 2 attacks, that only puts them at 11.
Yeah, it's a little bit problematic, though, but see if Demo can finally get a triple on the board for VN Esporting. Really hope that they can get one in at least. We've got a bit of a combination here again. We've got the Dragon Riders as well as the combination, though, with the Inferno Baby Dragons. And usually you see these with a bunch of skeleton spells so we can distract these defenses. And we've already cleared out some funding here on the south side, as well as neighboring that scatter shot, so we can get all these air troops directly in for that scatter shot compartment. The blimp is already deployed, and we're protecting every single one of these air troops as well as the blimp, so we can pass all the way through to the town hall compartment and protect everything from these infernos.
Yes, look at that blimp go, taking out the town hall section. Inferno Babies just absolutely melting the core of this base. Even with not too much spell support, they're getting a lot of value here. We got a couple of freezes still to help them out, but no rages, no healings, and they're just crushing through these defenses one at a time. The king and queen making their way around the outside of the base, and we still got a champion on standby. He's waiting to see where's going to be the best spot to use her.
Yeah, we've got a lot of hero value still to invest in. I'm still surprised. We've still got so many airstrips still up here as well, which is really nice because you can use these free spells that we still have to help protect both heroes and the remaining troops now as they slowly make their way around that north-hand side. We've got that king ability, the royal champion. We've still got the queen ability there as well. I mean, this is looking really good for demo right now, and there goes that king ability, and we still got that enemy king, but we've even got a headhunter at hand for Demo to deploy once we get to that king.
Yeah, overall just a great, simple plan against this base. The Inferno Baby Dragon is able to just completely melt through the side of this box base. He got great hero value on this attack. I mean, look, right now, as soon as I say this, all 4 heroes still alive. The Warden goes down, but the Phoenix brings him back, and it's just absolutely crushing. The hero value is insane there. 30 seconds left over. And finally, a 3-star out of V in Esporting. It's nice to see it.
Yeah, it definitely is. After the rough start that they had on that war, it is really nice to see that they can come out strongly at the end. I mean, I think we had a really nice identification, and I think we had 2 zaps as well for one of the sweeps, but just to help the push there from the airstrips, and you can see it paid off. It was still up there so late in the attack, and Demo protected all of his airstrips very, very nicely.
Exactly. Just a beautiful execution. Good plan. Very simple. No need to overcomplicate things when you know the Inferno Babies are going to be able to take out a base. Good thought out plan there, and we'll see if they can get it done on their 5th attack as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Entropy. Oh, do we jinx it? Do we say it? I mean, they're 4 perfect hits in. Do they go all out and get the perfect score? I mean, we don't like to talk about it.
I think you already jinxed it just there.
Yeah, but it matters. It matters for them. The perfect war would be such a confident boost going into the next round as well.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if they hit the perfect war here, they will quite literally feel like they can take on any team tomorrow. So it's going to be such an important attack for their confidence, actually. You know, if they fail this next attack, they might feel human again. If they triple this next attack, they're going to feel like world champions, maybe. So we'll see how it goes for them here.
I mean, it's so crazy. 12 stars to A. Entropy looking so fierce right now. And we'll see who they'll be facing later on today, because we still have some more matches in for you. But let's go straight into the final attack here for Entropy Gaming. And we've got Lilantos up with a bit of a Hydra. Again, this is a bit of a throwback to the previous town halls that we've had, Lex.
Exactly. And another diamond style base here from VN Esporting, and more of those normal dragons that we saw in one other attack earlier, but no queen charge, no recall on this one. We do have 1 skeleton spell and a lot of invisibility spells. I think he might be going with an early blimp here. It looks like he is. Simple blimp. I'm guessing super minions. Yes, that's exactly what it is. For the town hall, for the Inferno Tower, and set up a little bit of funneling for these dragons.
Yeah, we got that town hall down. First star on the board, and a little bit of cleanup there around the outskirts of the base. And we've got that baby dragon on the north-hand side for some more funneling, so we can get the Hydra in there towards that scatter shot here. And which way are the sweepers facing? They're both facing towards that left-hand side, and we can go directly in there. I think we might have a little bit of a split here, though. I think some of them might go towards the northern side, but the major portion will be heading in a little bit direction of that monolith. Warden ability active here, and we've got these clan castle troops coming out there as well, and we've protected a lot of these air troops under that warden ability, which is really nice to see, as well as getting those heroes clearing up around the outskirts of the base here. And we'll see what happens with that eagle artillery there in the queen.
Yeah, the king and queen, he was able to delay them, drop them pretty late here, so they're going to get value all the way through the rest of the attack. We just need the dragons to clear enough of the core to where the heroes can swoop around and get the rest. Dragons are going to be able to get the eagle artillery. It looks like they might leave the scatter shot compartment up, and maybe even more importantly is that ground expo going to be doing a lot of damage early, unless the warden and owl can take it out here. The king already gone down. The queen does have the unicorn to help get her back up to full health, as the royal champion kind of gets out in front and starts taking all the damage. But if the royal champion isn't able to get through the scatter shot, this could be very troublesome.
I mean, the best thing here is that we have already taken down the enemy queen, so I think if she was still standing, it would have been a little bit more problematic, but that's the final major defense going down. The Dragon Rider does find a Seeking Air Mine. I mean, there's more than enough time. The Unicorn is trying to get as much health back as possible onto our queen, and we still have that one freeze. And luckily for us, the king is there at the very, very end. I think we can pass that king there and pull all the way through and get the triple.
I think it's looking good for Entropy Gaming to get the 15-star performance, the first one in the playoffs of this tournament, and look at the confidence. He even swags the freeze spell early. He doesn't need it. He's pumping his fist. He's got 25 seconds to spare. Pops that queen ability, and Entropy Gaming with 15 stars. Wow.
Absolutely phenomenal coming in from Entropy Gaming, and we have got the perfect war, and you don't see too many perfect wars here as well at Town Hall 15, so it is really nice to see that they're in that lower bracket, but they are a fierce team, and they are to be feared.
Yeah, definitely. What a performance from them today. I'm going to be really looking forward to seeing how they do tomorrow. See if they can keep up that confidence, keep up that momentum, and make a deep run, a really long, far push in the lower bracket. Maybe even get all the way to the finals. Who knows? If they can keep playing like that, they just might.
Yeah, let's hope they don't lose the momentum overnight, though. I mean, they're looking really good right now, but whatever they have for breakfast, make sure to have the same thing tomorrow because it worked.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And let's take a look at the final attack from V in Esporting, though. They've had an interesting run here in this tournament, and let's hopefully see if they can get one more 3-star before they go home.
Yeah, we've got El Tano coming in, and we've got some Zapquake Lalo in here again. And we've got those Zaps already coming in. We're going to get rid of one of those Infernos there on the core of the base, a little bit towards that north-hand side. And we've already got a bit of funneling around that Eagle Artillery area. Already got some of those hidden testers popping up, and Ice Golem trying to help the push, and as well as getting the log launcher in, which is going to do some damage in here. We do have that Expo, which will probably go onto that log launcher, though, which will do quite a bit of damage. It might force that log launcher open a little bit too soon.
Yeah, that log launcher busting open way too early. It was definitely meant to get a lot more value. I think it was meant to take out that lower Expo and Inferno Tower, but not able to get either one. Now we're kind of waiting to see how much value Queen can get, as the King already used his ability. Is he distracting the Expo? He is. Here comes CC troops. We still have those to deal with as well. It's looking very messy for El Tano, having to use the Queen ability there. She's going to get stuck on Ice Golem. She won't be able to pick up that Expo, that Inferno Tower, the air defense, and she won't even get the Rage Tower either, which means it'll have a chance to recover and go off again later. Look at this champion on the top side of the base, though.
Yeah, we got some headhunters. We tried to help the Royal Champion out there, but unfortunately didn't push through. But thankfully we can get a little bit of more value there from the poison, just to help push through that north-hand side compound, which means the major portion of the Lalo can go directly for the Town Hall, and El Tano is freezing the Town Hall to allow for these loons to approach it without taking too much damage, so we can use that warden ability to get these loons to the back end corner of the base here and push through that Giga Poison. However, the Tornado Trap does pull a lot of these loons back, but they still make their way through. We got that World Champion stunning the multi-Inferno here as well, which leaves us with one final scatter shot down here on the southern side, and since it's distracted by the southern side loons, it's pushing through, and El Tano, without even getting the hero dive value with that log launcher that we needed, is still coming through and clearing every single defense off of Lelantos' base, which means it's all about the cleanup. There are a lot of storages though, Lex.
What a recovery. I mean, his Royal Champion got so much value. She stayed alive on that top side of the base, the Lalo cruising through the left side of the base. The champion even kept moving to the right and got all the way down to that Inferno Tower, like you said, that the log launcher skipped, but the champion was able to stun it, take that out, take the Expo out, still had her ability, chain the air defense and a couple more defenses. But as much praise as we're giving him, and as much as he was celebrating on camera there, I think he might be looking at a time fail.
Oh, this is so sad. The recovery was insane on this one, but there's not enough time. El Tano needs an extra few seconds just to clear up those buildings on the north-hand side, or an extra minion there at the very, very end would have been in their favor. But unfortunately on that one, ending on a 97, still ending pretty strong. But the winner of this match will be Entropy Gaming, and they'll be moving through to the second round there of that lower bracket. Looking very, very fierce with that perfect war. They didn't mess up a single attack. Absolutely phenomenal from them, and we'll have to just wait and see who meets them there in the bracket. I mean, the stats in itself